Hi, folks. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. Well, I hope we get some people in the chats real quick because I want to know what kind of a signal I've got. I decided to do a picture show tonight, and I don't know where the satellites are in the sky. They got to be in the right place at the right time. So we'll find out when we get some folks in the chats. But I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and are looking forward to a wonderful week, because I certainly am. I put a little something that is good news that you don't see from the regular news. Absent from the news. Dominion. Is that how you pronounce that? Dominion has lost lawsuits against Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell. Okay? And you got Kid Rock pointing finger. Ha, ha, ha. So, yeah. If you were to ask the average person on the street or somebody walking around complaining about Mr. T and everybody else, they would say, oh, yeah, they got sound. It seems to be like I got a choppy broadcast. Let me see how many people have come in. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? Rubber Toe, how you doing? Am I coming in clear, folks? I hope I am. White Lightning, Diane, Doc. Can you guys give me a 5x5? Let me know how I'm doing. So, and I hope I am doing good. Okay, Nikki's got me at 5x5 because my timer will look a little sluggish. Rubber Toes got me at 5x5. Damon. All right, White Lightning. Phil, how you doing? Quilt. Nice to see you. Got 5x5s. Hi, Nikki. I hope everything's going all right with you. We made it through the other night. We had somebody come in I wanted to talk to, but I blocked him before I could get a response. I thought they were ghosting me, and right when I hit the block button, I saw there was a comment up there I didn't get to read, but maybe they'll change their name, come back as Doubting Thomas. I don't know. We'll see. How you doing, Sissy? Debbie, Georgia. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Gloria. Everyone's here. Tracy's here. Loud and clear. All right. Okay, good. So anyway, have to give you a little bit of good news. I don't have any video clips that I put in, but I do have a lot of memes and a lot of stuff to talk about. And here's one I've been meaning to put up. And I put a bunch of stuff on Truth, and the other word is social. Remember Peanuts, folks? No one is going to give you the education you need to overthrow them. But I don't think that Charles Schultz actually had that in his comics. But how you doing, Flannel Cheese? Miss Mendersue, how you doing? Jax is here. Who else is here? Let me see who's trying to sneak in on me. All right. So this is how let me get this one down. This is how I felt all week. Wait a second. Let me move this one over. Boop, boop, boop. And I don't think I'll get in trouble for putting this one up, even though it's got a picture of a GUN. Everybody gets scared of GUNs. What I want to say and my ability to speak. Right there. But we load me on the screen. Are any chats stuck on the screen, or is the screen clear? Because I'll keep things over to the right if I do have chats stuck on the screen. So and if I do, it'll just be a little quicker when I can put up some special effects. So, okay, all right. Single songwriter, you made it. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Ha, Gary's here. I got some Alaska news stuff. That's why I say these phones can hear what you're saying, and they put stuff in the algorithm that matches the words you're talking about. I don't know. Since we got somebody, do I have chat stuck on the screen? Let me see. Let's see. Looks clear. Okay. All right, I don't have a chat stuck on the screen. That's good. I'll leave them. I'll leave where I can put up two at a time. Here's another. Well, wait a minute. What was I talking about? I was talking about Alaska. Is this true? I was watching a video. Let me find it. I was watching a video on Truth and then Social. They went into a grocery store. Where was it? Here, I took some screenshots because I didn't have time to upload the video. Alaska grocery store, Citizens Free Press, in Dillingham, Alaska. Look at this, pies, Marie Callender pies. Let me show you all now, so you know I'm not fibbing. $18.56. Can that be true in Dillingham, Alaska? They used to say in the 30s, there'll be pie in the sky when you die. Wait a minute, what's the next one I took a screenshot of right here? Is this true? Dillingham, Alaska. Ice cream, $16.59. Maybe it's because they're right next to Canada. Remember when I showed you the drumsticks for $200? You figure ice cream would be pretty cheap. But Alaska, I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just Alaskan. Let me see. Here's another one. What is $13.19? What? Assorted ocean spray juice? What in the... That can't be true. It can't be true. Not with Bidenomics taking care of us like it is. Wait a minute. Let's see. All right. How about just some water? I want some water, okay? A case of water's got to be cheap. Let's see. Let's walk down to the water department. What? $37.99? Kirkland. Whoa. Kirkland bottled spring water. What does that count? What do you get, the whole pallet? Let me see. 40 16.9 ounce bottles. That's just under $1 a bottle. Gary says I spent 3 times more than I did 3 years ago. So, for everybody that's saying the Bidenomics is great and the economy's great and blah, 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 all that nonsense. Hey, well, wait till it gets to their front door and they're dealing with it. And it's coming. How you doing, cameraman? Ingrid, how you doing? Oh, I bet in Maui, yeah, I bet it is crazy in Maui. Man. 60s hadn't. Oh, Briars. Why is it so high in some states? A $9.99 in one, $4.99 in the other. Oh. Hi, Debbie. Evening to you too. $400. Nikki spent 400 beans at the grocery store. Well, we're going to start calling it the gross store. So anyway, here's something. Now I want to mention this. This is come on, get on the screen. Here it is. New York Post. Trillions of cicadas last seen when Thomas Jefferson was president to swarm the U.S. for the first time in over 200 years. There they are. Well, let me tell you something. Where I am right now, when I was a little bitty baby, my mama rocked me in the cradle. No, I wasn't a little bitty baby, but when I was much younger, we had cicadas, okay? They come around. They used to come around, it was said, every 7 to 10 years. And the worst one I remember, where they were everywhere, was, I believe, in the 70s, early 70s, right around when Nixon resigned. So this title is a little bit misleading. Unless somebody said it was expected to be double than the usual blow up of cicadas. But these are not new creatures that haven't been around since Thomas Jefferson. That's not the truth. I remember them several times over a period of 7 to 10 years. They would go underground for years and then come out. The worst time I saw them was around the time Nixon resigned, was 72. Or 72, 34, somewhere right around there. So, but let me tell you, Sadie will tear them up. Any of them get in the house, she'll smack them flat. So we'll see how it goes. Don't be overly alarmed. But yeah, it's coinciding with that eclipse, right? Well, I tell you, we shall see. Tomorrow's the 8th, all right? We're hours away from the 8th, and everybody's been waiting for the 8th. So we shall see. Now, this was after this earthquake. I got a picture of the lightning striking the Statue of Liberty. So faults near the earthquake. Just so you see the relationship. The red is where it was the strongest and where the faults are, and we had some aftershocks. Of course, that's past. Let's cross our fingers with that. But then you had Friday, right? Statue of Liberty gets struck by lightning during a wild New York storm. And there you have it. You see a picture of it. So we got this. People be saying, oh, well, we got biblical signs kind of in Moses' day, right? We got all the cicadas. We got earthquakes in weird places. We got lightning striking where all this craziness is going on in New York. And I told you all about Brazil, right? Brazil, that they had arrested Bolsonaro's. Well, I saw an article just before it went live where the claim of the article is they're thinking about arresting or charging Elon Musk. So I'll have to pull that up, but if they can get away with it, they'll do it. Put it that way. Speaking of arresting or charging people, Dan Scavino put this up, so I might as well put it up. Are you ready for the eclipse? Right here. That's the way to look at it, folks. Trump put up a truth that he said he's going to say what he wants to say. And if Judge Mercan wants to do something about it as far as exercising that gag order, he's pretty much daring him to do it. He's not daring him. He's just stating that he's going to exercise his rights as an American citizen. So Mercan, I think, is the weakest link in Alvin Bragg. These stories, Eileen Cannon and Judge McAfee denied Trump his motions to do this and his motions to do that. Well, in both of those cases, McAfee and Judge Cannon, the ruling was they didn't dismiss the cases because the cases being cited are genuine concerns of the law, right? The bottom line is he guilty of what they're charging him with? Not to say that the laws don't exist or that he's being charged with something unjust. The laws do exist. But the question is whether or not he did what they said. In other words, with those two cases, evidence is going to be presented. D-class. Okay, that's what that boils down to. Let me see what I'm missing in the chat. Oh, let's see. Hi, Angela. How you doing? Andrew, how you doing? Let's see if I missed anybody. I can only go so far back. You like that Eclipse single songwriter? Ha ha. Let's see. I don't, Justin, I'll do that. I don't have a logo in my studio. Yeah, that's right. This will be biblical, Gary said. That's right. Justin, hey, how you doing? So, anyway, 13BLT, nice to see you. So anyway, I think it's playing out and the timing is going. These appeals, these motions, it's all to get things laid out for the people to see with their own eyes. That's what I maintain. That's what I'm going to keep maintaining. Here's some. I got some articles I clipped out of a broadcast from my friend at Truth and Art TV, Bernie. I'll get to them in a minute. But how about this moron? Andy No put his picture up. And this here you look at him and say, oh, he looks so young. And, this is the moron. This is the moron that tried to smuggle somebody across the border and got caught. And Governor Abbott came out with the big T word for him, okay? T word. Traitor. And there he is after he gets handcuffs put on him. No, he is not a bright bulb. But then again, many criminals are not bright bulbs. All right? So that's not an excuse. He was, I heard, paid $6,000. $6,000 for one. How many has he gotten by with? That's the thing. So his future is not very bright. The mood of the country is not going to be very kind to him. We'll see what happens. But here's something I pulled up. The media, think about it. When they put stuff out, we got to discern, right? Here's a picture. Give you an example. Here's a skull they found. Look at that thing. Have you all ever seen a skull like that before? And they say this thing was walking around in the days of Noah. In the days of Noah. So you think, oh my God, what in the world? And that they may be able to clone this creature. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Dun, 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 dun. Well, wait a minute. There's an artist's drawing. What could it have been? There. Artist's depiction of the animal in a paleontology book. And what would we do if we had to face that creature? And you'll see articles like this, and people would go. Ian said, saber-toothed cow, prehistoric boar, pig, a bird. Skull needs some dental work. No, a dragon. Wow. So, people start thinking about such things. Oh, giants, dragons. Debbie said a snake. What did Nikki say? It was funny. Let me see. I want to laugh too. Oh, don't work. Yeah. Oh, my. A boat? Debbie said a boat. AOL and Pig Losi. Puppy teeth, Zoe said. Oh, my goodness. Come on, folks. Well, all right. Let me show you what it is right here. There you go. That's the animal. Don't let them scare you. And remember, what does it say in the good book? There's nothing new under the sun, folks. Nothing new under the sun. And, they'd like you to think that it is. And I have talked in the past how magical thinking can get you to feel that things are out of your control. Things are beyond any person or group of people's control. If it's something mysterious that we don't know about from the outer limits, no. Yeah, that's right, a happy hippo. Yeah, David, well, there's nothing to mess with. But we have it down pretty good. A big old lizard. No, it's a hippo. They're mean and they're fast. Yeah, they can be a problem. But you see what I'm saying, folks. We've got them here. We've always been here. They've always been here. Not to say there aren't extinct animals. Prototype, how you doing? So anyway, I tell you what, I came across this one right here. And don't click on it, please, because I'm just showing this as an example. Even if you go on there and give them a thumbs down, a thumbs up, or whatever, it's still traffic, still helps them out. Don't do it. But I'm reminding you all of the people who are getting emails and offers to do videos for a certain flat fee, $400, $500. I showed you the email that guy got. I think this is an example of it. Trump is a moron, so is everyone who votes for him. He got 414 views. Now, who puts a video up of them sitting there rubbing their eyeball and putting out just a sophomore insult? To me, they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel. And remember that video I put up where this guy got there and said, Biden is the best president in my lifetime, and I'm 33 years old. So they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Good. Keep scraping it. But with Midas Trash, okay, I've talked about them. Harry Littleman, his name is Littman. I keep an eye on their titles, okay, what their thumbnails say. I don't give them clicks. I don't interact with them. But they foreshadow what their future strategies are going to be, okay? Midas Trash and Harry Littleman foreshadow. And the latest one they had was something about Melania has abandoned Donald Trump. They're not getting along. And today, or last night, Trump puts this up. Him and Melania went to the gala fundraiser, okay? Biggest night in fundraising of all time. Will double up Biden numbers of last week at Radio City. People are desperate for change. They want to make America great again. There she is. The day after they put out Melania has abandoned Trump. So I believe there is 4 a.m. drops, which we all discussed. And if you're new here, our news gets molded by some foreign power in the morning early while everybody's sleeping, kind of like when they count VOTESs, right? But anyway, the good news is for Mr. T is that his fundraiser, here we go. Donald Trump and aligned groups smashed records at Palm Beach dinner, raised $50.5 million. Donald Trump and, let's see, today the Trump campaign and the Republican National Committee that announced the Palm Beach dinner will raise over $50.5 million, smashing every fundraising record in history for a Republican or a Democrat. This comes after Biden's desperate New York event. 3 presidents. And they were bringing all the beautiful people at $100,000 a ticket. Remember that? They only got a lousy $25 million. That was during the funeral services of Officer Diller. Okay. So Trump's campaign and RNC's small dollar fundraising continues to grow each month. So they can put that in their pipe and smoke it. No, Melania has not left Donald Trump, and she's right by his side. Here, what's this one? Oh, I didn't get a chance to clean this one up. Corruption. Jesse Waters is taking over on Fox. He's taking over Tucker Carlson's place. At least that's where they're shooting for. Jesse Waters reveals some multi-million-dollar perks going to Judge Mercan's family for taking Trump to court in bogus hush money case. So, let's see. There we go. People that aren't paying attention to this stuff are, I was watching Viva Frey. And this was yesterday. He said exactly what I was saying. He said, man, his eyes look creepy. What's going on there? And then he said it. Now, Viva Frey is from Canada, okay? He's an expatriate. He went down to Florida to get away from Canada when they started the euthanasia, when they started saying, well, we got this bill where we could put you in jail for the rest of your life if you say something wrong. So he wisely felt it was better for him and his family to come to America. But he brought it up about Mercan wearing mascara. And I typed in his comments. I don't know if we get to read it. But it's tattooed on there like Michael Jackson. That's what I think. But anyway, here you have somebody got up Trump's face and put political vox. Daniel's case. Posted images of Trump behind bars. We knew about that. But there's the judge. There's his daughter. They talk about her like she's still going to kindergarten. She's a grown woman. Her thumbnail picture, Lauren M., has Donald Trump with bars in front of it. And, hey, people need to see it, even though we knew it already, just in case we got any stragglers coming through, that these people are corrupt. And I believe that's why they're taking center stage at this point in time, and that Trump is saying, hey, you want to enforce a gag order? That's on you. And you want to do something as vicious and unprecedented as take the front runner for president of the United States and a former president of the United States and arrest him because he points out that your daughter is a political activist, that your wife receives money. Both the family receives money from Adam Schiff in the millions of dollars, and Adam Schiff is publicly saying he's afraid he will be arrested if Trump gets elected. Why would he say that? Because he knows that he broke the law. And he knows that if he didn't have the Biden administration protecting him, he would be already sitting in jail. And we could trace all this persecution right back to Shifty Schiff and Crooked Joe, Stinky Crooked Joe. Here we have Trump lawyer John Eastman officially disbarred for challenging 2020 election. And there you see him. That is actually at the Capitol building. I said he was wearing a fedora. He was wearing a hat like Humphrey Bogart, wearing an overcoat. Remember when I said that the other night? Well, there's a picture of him actually at the event with Rudy Giuliani. Rudy smiling ear to ear. And I showed you earlier in the broadcast where Dumb Onion lost their lawsuit against Rudy Giuliani. Now, why is that? We're going to find out. Why? I think because the accusations are founded of impropriety, okay, of internet access, okay? We shall see. Now, this other, I'll get to it. Just remember that disbarment part. Let me give Melania and Trump a break from the screen as I search through here. Now, somebody here, DC Drano. Well, this is a cultural issue. Here we go. I'll put it up anyway. We'll jump around from issue to issue, cultural issues. DC Drano put this up, Transgender Day of Visibility, and he put up the different SHOOTERs, right? And there, as you can see, they've got similarities in their lifestyle, in their culture, right? TRANS, non-binary, cross-dresser. All right. There's a couple that need to be added. I don't know how to get a hold of DC Drano, but remember the Uvalde person? I got a picture of them in a cheerleading dress with a Coca-Cola shirt. Rah, rah, sister, boom, bah. Okay, that one. And we got the one at the 4th of July parade running around trying to escape the scene dressed in ladies' clothes, okay? And this one here, I don't think this one is on DC Drano's list. This one here. That's why I don't like erasing stuff on my phone. Houston. Maybe this is one that's already on the thing there. The Texas church one was a migrant from El Salvador. That may be Uvalde, I believe. Okay, this is someone who identifies as a TG person, right? So, you know, all this high-minded stuff, I don't see it on this. The one I had up just now, I don't see it on DC Drano's. I don't see Uvalde, okay? And I don't see the 4th of July clown. So there's at least 3 more we can tack on to this. Half a dozen that's on the screen. So you get these high-minded individuals, just let people be people. Jesus loves everybody. The latest one was love is love. And I got a little back and forth on truth and then social with some nitwit that for some reason is serving in the military with Kool-Aid colored hair. Where did I had a response? And they said, love is love. Let me see if I can find that. Let me go down through here. Well, if I find it, I'll put it up. Here you go. Luxury houses sales plummet 70% in the first year since its hated mansion tax was brought in as millionaires chose to live outside the city in Beverly Hills, Malibu, and Santa Monica. I didn't know they had a tax like that in LA. A mansion tax, sales plummet 70%. Well, all you can do is put this up right here. When are they ever going to learn? Raise the taxes, increase. You all have seen, I hope you have seen the reports or the videos, all the workers, and I feel bad for them. They're out of jobs in fast food places because they just been told to go home. They can't, the restaurant can't afford them, or replaced by a kiosk, or the restaurant closed altogether because they can't afford that $20 an hour. And it's sad. I mean, you got people showing up wanting to work. That's a plus right there. Let's see. I'll see if we got anybody. Okay. Hi, Bill. How you doing? We got anybody or are you a nurse, Julie? Who's Julie? Let me see. Where are you, Julie? Oh, there you are. Hi, Julie. So I'm just trying to see who all's in here. So, anyway. So, yeah, let me see if I can find that where I responded to that dimwit with that false construct of love is love. I put this up on Truth and then Social, and it got a big response, okay? A lot of people were sharing it, okay? Disney's first movie with gay lead character bombs at the box office. And I put on there, somebody is financing this fiasco, this disaster. They've been losing hundreds of millions of dollars. I've talked about that in the past. And somebody came by and said, this is an ugly post, and something about, like I'm judging people or something like that. And that love is love. That old saw, right? And I have to see if I've got it in here. Here we go. And I typed this back to him. Love is love is a tranny P3DO slogan. Don't play dumb. And this person also said they were a victim of GROOK and then MING. They said they were a victim of that. And they had purple hair and they're in the service, and they're saying it's wrong to pick on people, namely children, because of their identity. Hey, I don't fall for that garbage, okay? I said, don't play dumb. And if you didn't know that, then fine. Now you know. And they said, this is a young person telling me about hippies. It's a hippie term because love means love. I said, I was around hippies when your parents would walk around in dirty diapers if they were even born yet. Insanity is not a culture. Criminality is not a right. If the person that abused you is still around, report them. Save another from abuse. Report them if they're dead. It doesn't matter. The internet is forever. My posts offend you. Your inaction, ignorance, and acceptance offend me. And there you have it. I had to put that up like 2 or 3 times because it kept disappearing, or at least I couldn't find it. So that's the way you respond to them. It's not, it's a matter of fact. I'm not having some little snot nose tell me about the culture, what love is. or anything else. The prior posts I said, most offenders were victimized in their youth first. And she claimed she'd been victimized. I told her, report it. Never too late to report it. Break the chain of abuse. Then I put this their way, sent this their way. Again, from Andy No. How about that one? How about that, folks? That looks kind of like that hippo thing I had up there. But anyway, a Seattle trans criminal defense attorney representing an Antifa activist is going viral after wearing a large breast prosthetics to court. This is an attorney. And we just talked about somebody getting disbarred. John Eastman getting out Stephanie Mueller, and how Mueller's client list is trying everything to block news coverage. Brace yourself, folks. There it is. There is an attorney in good standing. Okay? That's an attorney in good standing. Remind you anything? Yeah, it reminds me of something right here. There. But anyway, so we'll get back to that. Keep that disbarment stuff in mind. And what else did I hit them with? They don't come back for some reason after I get after them. But here's this one here right here. Get a screenshot of that. Technical difficulty. Blame Trump. I put this in response to something I believe Jack Posobiec put up. I said they've had the bullhorn too damn long. And they have. And we're ending that. Oh, Mr. T posted just before I went live. He posted again that poll that he is ahead of Michelle Obama. Why would he post that again? So he's tickling, he's daring them. In other words, daring them. Go ahead and bring her out. With that in mind, Malik Obama, Hussein's brother, Hussein, he's got something to say. You know, and he's got 24,500 views. I hope he gets 10 times more than that. I, Malik Obama, will campaign against Michelle Obama when she runs for president. And then he went down and clarified. Asterisk he/she. So when people claim that I'm unfairly mocking Michelle with no evidence, or if they claim you are, show them what her own brother-in-law says about her. Oh, Nikki, yeah. That video was, I meant to send you I'll send you a screenshot of it. That was from the United Spot. Okay, there was a spoof made by the United Spot. But I don't think she's going to come out. I think she's going to run and keep up the fraud because in their philosophy, it doesn't matter. It's nobody's business. What's in my pants or in my dress? That's my private business. That's the kind of crap they pull. And let's have some Babylon Bee. This really makes them mad. Through that time of confusion. But can he have his testicles back now? Yeah. That really makes them mad. Because you know why they get so damn mad? Right here. Is it possible to learn how to meme? Not from the left. You know why? Because memes, one, have to be funny, and you can't be funny when you are angry at the world. You're angry at God. You defy God. You're not grateful for good health, living in a free country. You're just walking around aggravated all the time. And the other element of a meme, in order to be funny and effective, is that it has to be true. So they can't put out the truth and they can't be funny. Ergo, and whatnot, they don't know how to meme. Ergo, and whatnot. That is a official mountain man term. Ergo, whatnot. Here we go. Another one from Babylon Bee. I'm happier than I've ever been before, says gender non-conforming celebrity who looks like her soul has been sucked out of her eyeballs. Yeah, I put all of these together in one post, and boy, that really set off the Kool-Aid hairs. And I'm glad they've come on Truth Social. You weirdos. Here. I'll get to Babylon Bee in a second, but this is another one from Citizens Free Press. I never felt like a man. Social media influencer says J.K. Rowling shouldn't be allowed to critique transgenders because she's, quote, a book author, not a doctor, unquote. What if she identifies as a doctor? What if she identifies as a male doctor? What if she identifies as a hippo, a prehistoric hippo? What? You know, they can't square what they're saying. Here you go. It's another good one. I like this one. When you're welcomed into the world and told your share of the national debt is $78,000. And I put, on this one, I put up, oh, the joy of innocence. Hi, BRS. Bush. Rick, how you doing? Angel's here. David's here. Let me see who else is here. Roland, how you doing? So, yeah, I like that meme too. Because, you know, no matter what their leanings are, you can't go buy the basics at the grocery store. Because what are they preparing everybody for, folks? Owning nothing, being happy, and the bugs are cheap. If they can grind them up and make them look like ice cream when they're all ground up, add some food coloring, freeze them. Anyway, Canadian man too polite to tell doctor he doesn't want to be euthanized. Yeah, culture of death, no respect for life, right, folks? Here's one I put up that got a lot of retruths. And I put up there, that's what it's all about. Here you go. I put this one up. If I never pushed them into the light, the country lost. That's what it's all about, folks. Now, speaking of the weakest link, Babylon Bee, judge orders, Trump are Democrats. Simple stuff like this. I say he's the weakest link because he has got the most open and notorious ties to the Democrat Party, actual cash changing hands, immediate relatives, getting millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, past friendships, a digital trail, an internet vapor stream, vapor trail going right to them. and his own prosecutor does not want to go through with it. All right, they had to really drag around and look for a moron that would do what he's doing. Here, I put this one up too. There you go. I put above this one, infiltration, not invasion. I'll leave that up there for you to take a screenshot of the reality, okay? Of how the founding of this nation has been infiltrated with ideas that are hostile to the natural law that we ascribe to, that people are born free and our liberties are a gift from God, are a gift of reason. You can see the change. Europe has I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do over there. Like the song, Irving Berlin song, over there. I don't care what they do over there. They better straighten it out if they got any brains in their head. Or they won't have a country anymore. And whose fault is that? But we'll have a country. Hell or high water. What's this one? And wokeness. Country permits this? What kind of a legal system permits this? New York City homeowners who lost their homes to squatters sat down with CBS. Some of them are now in debt for paying electricity and maintenance bills for the squatters. Squatters turn into tenants after 30 days. After that time frame, homeowners will be arrested if they turn off electricity, water, and attempt to evict them or change the locks. Okay, so the credibility of our system, which one of the pillars is our justice system and our courts, it is fraying, okay? It is fraying. And I put these up, migrant crime. Here you go, Jim Jordan put this up. One of them, Al Eagle, aliens, okay, kidnapped a 15-year-old in Virginia. I put up there. This isn't gonna. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And wokeness put this up. This guy came into the U.S. illegally 2 weeks ago, and he was just arrested in Chicago. And I got to watch the words I use for unaliving and and then heading his wife in front of his kids. But they know it's coming here. This is an exaggeration and a call to arms to everybody who says Trump and MAGA are going to disrupt the love is love culture. Love is love means, that they can go up to your 8-year-old and say things that they normally would go to jail for. That's what that means. But here's a new Trump fanfic just dropped. He will have generals walk down the steps of the Capitol. He will take a hammer and break the glass where the Constitution is, and he will tear it up and say, "Now I'm king of the effing world." Yeah, right. No, he is there to preserve and protect that document. Okay? And he's there to protect children, protect parents' rights, and get this country on the right track. What in the world? There we go. I'd want to make sure that meme was... my eyes go out. Sometimes I can't get a good look at what I've got on the screen sometimes. But anyway, let me see. I put this one up too, on Truth and then Social. Men pretend to be women. That's okay. Kids pretend to be Indians on Halloween. It drives them crazy. And I also made mention that Kool-Aid colored hair and victimhood go hand in hand. Have you ever noticed that? They're all victims, even though all the benefits that I've described earlier. In the greatest country in the history, in world history with most freedoms, they're born in good health and they're not happy. They want to change it. What's this one? Resist. Biden White House. Oh boy. This is what lets you know that they know what's coming. Biden White House announces plan to protect bureaucrats from being fired by second Trump administration. Remember what I discussed. Schedule F5. Holy cow. Oh, Gary went to buy me a coffee. I appreciate it, Gary. Here, let me get that off the screen so we got a good way to look at our special effects. Let me see. Where are they at? This screen is fooling with me. Here we go. I know these will light up kind of quick. I don't know. But when my internet is sluggish, sometimes it takes a minute for special effects to come on, but I'll podge them anyway. I appreciate it, Gary, for stopping by me a coffee and helping the channel out. I checked into what's Elon Musk's service called? SpaceX. Is that where? There you go. Ha, there we go. Let me see if this one works. And wow, I mean, for this territory, I don't know why it's so much a month, and $140 a month and $700 for equipment. And so I'm going to go a different route, but he charges only, here we go, boom. He charges only like $40 or something like that. He upped it to 60 in Ukrizzle. But I think he's doing a operation over there. I think that what Kash Patel said, he's the largest defense contractor, and I think that's what. Wow, these special effects are slow. I'll have to wind them up, but anyway, I really appreciate it. Now, if my past effects, what it'll be will be chat stuck on the screen, which I don't care about that. I can put all the memes over to one side. If we need stuff, you got to take a screenshot of. Let me make sure I've got. Oh, here we go. Men and women will always be different. I don't care what anybody says. They've been different since the beginning of time. Here, Adam waits patiently as Eve tries on 23 different fig leaves. Ha 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 ha. Adam, he didn't care. Ha 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 ha. So that's a good one to take a lot of times you just put a meme up and leave it. Maybe say one little thing and then leave it. And boy, it attracts the kooks like you wouldn't believe it. They want to defy the Bible. They want to defy history. They want to defy nature. They want to defy their own eyes, brains, what's left of their brains. Oh, Gary, what's this? Have you heard about this? ABC News. An Alaska resident of a relatively new and rare virus known as Alaska pox. I have not heard any of that. But now I have from ABC News. But remember, they're trying to scare us. Okay, we will separate fact from fiction. hippos from space creatures. There's the article I was looking for. Remember, as we talk about this disbarment, remember this person that is in reportedly good standing right here. This one is in good standing, and as an attorney, okay, and this one has been disbarred, and they're trying to do the same thing to Rudy Giuliani, okay. And this article, in the disbarment trial of Trump's former DOJ official Jeffrey Clark, voter GA's Garland Favortino is going over his audit at the Fulton County election. His audit, 60% error rate. Results did not match ballot images. Tally sheet totals didn't match the ballot images. Found falsified tally sheets, 100 to nothing for Biden, 100% to nothing. Some were 200% to nothing, a technical impossibility, whereas the ballot images showed a 60 to 40 ratio of Biden to Trump. And remember, Georgia was only lost by 11,000 votes, I believe. Not much more than that. And what's this one here? Wendy Patterson. Breaking news. The Biden administration is building agents. Remember that Mike Johnson got it down from 86,000 to 50. Hooray. They're using $8 billion to hire another 50,000 people to create a climate energy industry. 50,000 climate crazies will be paid with our tax dollars for Democrats, creating 100,000 loyal voter base, which includes the 50,000 IRS agents, all funded with our taxpayer money. Yeah, there's 100,000 people, no boss, literally saying, if you were at the federal government, no boss to speak of, no real supervision, everything you're working on is either vindictive or selective as far as with the IRS, or working on some fantasy crap that has no basis in science, okay, with the global warming and EPA stuff. You think that's going to continue under Trump? They're out of their minds if they think that's going to continue. So that's why they fear what I put up earlier about Trump getting rid of all that trash, taking out the trash and trying to find a way to protect bureaucrats from being fired by a second Trump administration. What is this? Let me see what this is. Oh, signs of the end of the age. Oh, Bernie put this up. Bernie put this up, so I took a screenshot of it. See that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and they will lead many astray. And you will hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the birth pains. They will deliver you up to tribulation and put you to death, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will fall away and betray one another and hate one another. And many false prophets will arise and lead many astray. So, okay, you guys can see that. And the Bible's there for everybody to read. I don't know a person in this world that doesn't have access to it one way or the other, especially with the internet. So speaking of wars and rumors of wars, well, people hardening their hearts. Hardening their hearts. Here's Jersey Coast emergency news. The man who operates the Trump RV was just beaten horribly with a hammer at Crown Tire on 36 in Middleton. He's been airlifted to the trauma center where he is recovering. Another female victim also was assaulted and transported to Riverview Medical Center. The man who's been arrested is named Michael Gonzalez. According to the victim's son and his mother, Donna, have been harassing the family for months. He is currently lodged in Monmouth County Jail on charges of attempted red rum, aggravated assault, unlawful possession of a weapon, and possession of a weapon for unlawful purposes. So he just showed up and started assaulting this person with a claw hammer. But then again, people can do it legally. How? How can you do it legally? I've been wanting to talk about this. Huckabee did a video on it. You won't believe this. ATF uses a DADLY force in a dawn raid in a private home. He's talking about that fellow that was in charge of the Clinton Airport in Arkansas. Their search warrants were skewed to make it look like he was doing things that he was not doing. I'll get into that to other videos, but here's one if you want to watch Huckabee on TBN. And I've said there is some point where a reasonable person, a judge as a reasonable person would know, I am not signing a search warrant. I'm signing a death warrant. I'm all for officer safety, but when you put people in a position where if they raise their head up out of their bed to see who's kicked their door in, that's enough for them to get shot. That's purposeful. That's purposeful. And this is at least the second time that we've documented where they've done this. They could have arrested him at the airport or on his way to the airport and gone search his home with him in custody. There were many other ways to do it, and I think the judge was fully aware of it. I think he was silenced, I think. Now here's something interesting, folks. Turn on your television. Golf tournament live from Doral, Miami. Sergio Garcia is fighting to stay in first place. Okay. Have you all heard about this one? Speaking of Trump Doral, right? Did you know that golf course had in 2018 had somebody go in there and start shooting the place up? Do you all remember that? And a little quick test, no goggling. If you do remember it, who is that person affiliated with? He was a wealthy person after he settled with a famous person. But he went into Doral, what Trump is talking about just now. Of course, I'm going to tell you a couple of coinkydinks, okay? Coinkydinks. Trump mentions Doral. There was postings about a week prior to a particular event I'm going to talk about in just a second, that Trump had a secret room. Do you remember me reporting on that? Where they said multiple articles and multiple leaks saying Trump had a secret room in Mar-a-Lago that they might do a second raid. Trump started posting about Doral. Okay? And I see Melinda mention a name that this is going to tie into. Diddy, P. Diddy Combs. Turns out the person that raided Trump Doral in 2018 and discharged ammo into the ceiling and was brought down with a leg injury used to work for P. Diddy, okay? Was a S3X slave for P. Diddy. Claims he got $5 million from P. Diddy. Now, why would he, with $5 million in his pocket, why would he go in 2018 when Trump was the president? Why would you go to that location and do that? So, after all these things I just talked about, we saw a couple of days ago, Suge Knight. They got a communication from him. He's currently in jail, probably for the rest of his life. Warning P. Diddy about his secret room. They're going to find out about your secret room and everything you got going on there. So I'm thinking, hey, comms, okay, secret rooms, Doral, points to Diddy, boom, they raid him. Okay, then Suge Knight start talking about his secret rooms. And Trump met with that Saudi prince. From the 17th letter drops, okay, Saudi Arabia, SA, okay, is Alice in Wonderland, White Rabbits, follow the White Rabbits. I don't know all the answers, but I do know that all these events I'm talking about, very unusual for the Saudi prince to meet with Trump, very unusual for them to talk about a secret room in Mar-a-Lago, very unusual for Trump to be bringing up Doral, and boom, Diddy to be raided. Then you find out it was Diddy's boy that went in while Trump was president, going on 6 years ago, and shooting the place up. So, yeah. Things are going to get tied together, folks. Camera in every room at Diddy's. What about the secret one, sissy? Yeah, so much more will flip our lids. But we were already told that 60% of it, at least, would be kept from kept from the people for humanity's sake. It's that grotesque. Yeah, Faraday is to block, kind of like what's his name had on his boat and on his at his apartment. That's another one, that McAfee. What was that guy's name that they got him in Spain supposedly? Oh gosh, you got his little. Security icon on your computer. What's his name? He had a Faraday room on his boat. He had a Marlowe yacht, I believe. Either that or a Pershing yacht. and they finally caught up with him in Spain. What is his name? Yeah, McAfee. And that's the same name almost as the judge in the Georgia case. That's what got me a little confused. But that building in Florida collapsing, remember that, folks? McAfee's son lived in that building. And a lot of people feel that that's where he had his dead man switch, and they destroyed half of that building in Florida just to get rid of the dead man switch. Mike says he's still alive. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Well, we'll see. Remember, what's her name? Megyn Kelly said we'd be hearing from Epstein soon. I want to make sure I've got... Here we go. Jack Posobiec. I early in my broadcasts, I brought these two issues up. The Bolsheviks, okay, and how I've said from the beginning, Nazis under Adolf, okay, and the Communist Party, they're in a dirty dime's worth of difference between them, that they're political constructs, okay, of Luciferianism. And here, Jack said, understand the truth about what the Bolsheviks did to the Christian Romanov family and their young children. Barbarism, brutality, the agents of satanic orders. And then he posted they murdered the leaders of Christian leaders in France. They murdered the Christian leaders in Russia. They murdered the Christians across Spain, China, and Southeast Asia. That's what they do. Inhuman. Spreading a culture of death. Oh, and here's a little something for everybody to think about. When stuff gets boiling up over there in the Middle East, think about the Suez Canal, folks. Here's a little thing I got off of Eastern News Services. There's three main trade routes, okay? Three main trade routes. Rotterdam to Shanghai via Africa, Rotterdam to Shanghai via the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal is where the Houthis are firing rockets at cargo ships. Rotterdam to Shanghai versus Russian Arctic, okay, the Arctic route. Russia has got huge icebreakers. Push comes to shove, they'll have a trade route. Anyway, I'm going to expand this. Corner of the screen, the brown line. Okay, that is the Arctic route, 8,433 kilometers. On the right-hand side, that's called the Bering Strait. In the middle, with the blue line, you have the Suez Canal. What country is on the very far right? What country is on the very far right, upper right? And this is for new people that haven't got their geographical pencil sharpened yet. Because that's what we do here. We sharpen our pencils so we know what we're talking about. What is on the right? What is up on the right? B-Dog says Canada and Alaska. You are half right, B-Dog. On the upper right, is Alaska. Georgia, Greenland is a good guess, but it's wrong. Remember when Sarah Palin said, I can see Russia from my house. She lived in Alaska. No, single songwriter. It's not Greenland. It's Alaska. Canada would be left, or even farther to the east, to the right. So anyway, look at the difference. With icebreakers, the Russian Arctic route is actually a couple of 1,000 kilometers less than Suez Canal and almost 6,000 kilometers shorter than the most dangerous route, which is around the Horn of Africa. Okay? That one you don't want to take. But if there is, do you know what hits the fan in the Middle East and Suez is closed down and the Russians get fed up with this talk of putting Ukraine into NATO? They're stuck with going around the Cape Horn route. And I read an article. They had 350 99-cent stores. They all closed down simultaneously all across the country a couple of days ago. More jobs gone. They just shut the whole shebang down. The economic pressure that is on the world trade routes and the demands are just incredible. And it is falsely being held up, propped up through monetizing the debt, printing more money, government programs like the 50,000 IRS agents, the 50,000 federal climate workers, or whatever the hell. And that facade, that fig leaf, is going to fall. Okay, I got some more stuff we can talk about, because with the tensions in the world, what's going on, how this administration welcomes war, okay, because they know what's coming. China providing geospatial intelligence to Russia. U.S. warns. Blinken briefed European allies on the scope of Chinese support. China said to have stepped up help for Russian war on Ukraine. China began providing Russia with satellite imagery for missile strikes, microelectronics, tank production, machines, optics, and rocket fuel, Bloomberg. According to the publication, citing sources, American authorities' cooperation between Russia and China has intensified. The United States had already imposed sanctions against one Chinese company that indirectly provided satellite images in the interests of Wagner PMC, which is primarily in Africa right now, kicking out the French and giving the C.I.A. a hard time. All right. Also, U.S. Secretary Janet Yellen this week said there would be, quote, severe consequences if companies, including Chinese, are found to be providing financial support to Russia and its military industrial base against Ukraine. What are severe consequences? All their cards are being played. They know what's coming. They're going to this last ditch effort to try to jail Mr. T. They're going to continue with that. And if that doesn't work, how far are they willing to go? How far are they willing to go, folks? Well, I guess we'll find out. But anyway, I will close with this hopeful note right here. I played before. And I'll be probably going live tomorrow. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. And I thank Gary for helping support tonight's broadcast. And I hope prices ease up in Alaska. But I'm afraid that things are going to get worse before they get better, folks. But keep your chins up. Don't let them scare you. Keep a level head. Nothing new under the sun. God is in control. Remember those things. And we'll be getting together real soon. And I appreciate you spending your precious time with me. You all have a great night. This is Mountain Man, over and out.
You guys know what this represents?
What storm is
We have the world's great military people. I will tell you that. And we'll have a great evening. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out. But give us a hint in your